If you're watching this, you have presumably been following our MES modernization strategy, the first element of which was the diagnosis of the root cause challenges preventing effective modernization efforts, which included 3 high-level challenges summary videos. The first, exploring root cause challenges to modernization present in the typical IT delivery model. The second, how those issues are amplified by challenges in Minnesota's current state environment. The third, covering the amplification of these challenges caused by the process controls and governance structures in place intended to guide Medicaid enterprise system modernization initiatives. A fourth video dives deeper into the challenges associated with the enterprise architecture, an area considered by many to be one of the primary challenges that will inhibit our ability to modernize effectively. With the challenges defined and agreed upon, the next element of the strategy focused on a set of guiding approach tenets designed to mitigate those challenges. The purpose of this video is to begin covering the last element of the strategy, a proposed action plan that applies the guiding tenets through a series of coordinated, focused, achievable steps. This video covers action plan steps following from the enabling and leading guiding tenets, which are the actions we propose as planning prerequisites to launching work. Another video will cover the execution-focused action plan. We've created this proposed action plan around Medicaid eligibility and enrollment, with an eye toward Minnesota's universal eligibility and enrollment vision, building upon years of work already completed in pursuit of an improved customer experience for members applying for and receiving benefits. I'm happy to introduce Lisa Barnage, who will summarize the vision that has been set forth by the organization so far.
Hi, I'm Lisa Barnage, the Integrated Service Delivery Product Line Manager. In Minnesota, we envision a future in which Minnesotans experience a simple, welcoming, and easy way to find, apply, and manage the services we offer them. Services like physical health, mental health, cash, food, housing, childcare, and many other services available from the state. We envision an equitable experience available through a variety of channels that originate from a single, easy-to-find starting point. Through a process that puts people at the center, integrating our services around them, rather than putting the burden of navigating a siloed organizational structure on our applicants seeking to apply for needed services. We imagine a world in which our customers provide information once, and it is shared and easily identifiable across the organization. Further, we envision eligible members are able to receive benefits seamlessly. Our members should have equal opportunity to find and connect to the services they need and manage those benefits ongoing effectively. We see a future in which communication is consistent and clear, with members receiving timely, accurate information about their benefits and when action is required from them, and where knowledgeable support is available to readily answer questions and provide guidance with minimal wait time or confusion. To make this customer experience vision a reality, we know we need to have a clear vision for the capabilities to support it. We envision capabilities that support the clear identification of each of our customers and their data, which we can find quickly from the source of truth. We envision a future where our workers, providers, and information exchange partners can quickly and accurately access and update high-quality customer information, while ensuring that sensitive data remains protected from unauthorized access. We envision an environment in which data is well-groomed and understood as an asset, supporting a wide variety of downstream outcomes as well as satisfying regulatory reporting requirements. We see an environment that is highly flexible and adaptable to new changes, with practitioners able to rapidly adjust business rules and reference data with confidence. We envision this all being done in a way that does not burden existing systems or create dual system of record issues. Clearly, this is an ambitious vision for improving customer experience and building sound, central integration and data capabilities. We've been working steadily toward this vision and have greatly improved the customer experience applying for benefits for several programs. We're excited to see Medicaid join in the UEE vision journey. We look forward to including Medicaid programs and are hopeful for the MES modernization strategy's focus on end-to-end outcomes and central enterprise architecture capabilities. I'll hand it back over to Kevin to describe how we plan to leverage the MES modernization strategy to begin Medicaid work.
Thanks, Lisa. The vision you've described is a great fit for applying the MES modernization strategy. We can apply the proposed strategic guiding tenets to this vision to identify a focused, coherent action plan for incorporating Medicaid. Developing the action plan involves reaching many decisions on scope and approach that require engagement with each impacted group. The rest of this video covers the high-level list of action plan decisions and initial activities to be performed in alignment with the guiding tenets. As discussed in the Guiding Tenets video, we need the team of practitioners who will be involved in the work before we can get into solution details. So the initial action steps will primarily focus on the activities that support the creation of the cucumber water environment and establishing how we will support and protect it. Beyond the vision, a next decision needed to define this container centers around the in-scope outcomes. Decisions about the outcomes are the primary factor in defining the extent of end-to-end processing included in focus. In alignment with the described vision, this may be limited to improving the time and effort for a member to receive benefits, which meets the definition of an end-to-end passenger journey. But we could expand this to include outcomes around minimizing the effort for workers or outcomes for increasing the accuracy and efficiency to produce mandatory federal reporting. This step is complete when leadership has agreed upon the list of in-scope outcomes and how those outcomes could be evaluated. With the outcomes defined and agreed upon, we reach the toughest decision, identifying that first two-seater plane and concurrency strategy for landing that plane in the new experimental airport while all remaining traffic flows through existing routes. Leadership has clarified that the starting point must focus on Medicaid, but the action planning team will determine which specific conditions to target first. Doing this without defining the solution will be tough, and this is a critical step of the strategy that represents a major shift from traditional approaches. We'll be ready to call this step complete when we have the start of a backlog of conditions that articulate purpose-driven experiments, with a defined concurrency strategy, approved by Minute, with a commitment from existing teams to support it. In parallel, there are many action steps we will need to take to create the cucumber water container, its support structure, and the approach for identifying the first teams to test its effectiveness. One thing we'll need to continue to do is seek and confirm organizational commitment and support. This may include additional roadshows, retreats, and working sessions to unearth dissenting opinions and resolve related concerns. This step could be considered complete when the approach has been communicated to the organization and we've captured and addressed risks and concerns raised. We'll also need to work to remove lead time barriers. This involves working with CMS and procurement to identify alternatives from the traditional methods of funding approval, procurement, and certification to enable rapid, iterative experimentation with multiple solutions. It involves leveraging our enterprise architecture capacity to inventory our existing capabilities and preparing to support a team of practitioners who might want to use one or more of them to deliver a solution. This might also involve navigating any necessary DHS, EAA, and CMS governance processes in advance. We can claim success on this activity when a practitioner team can identify a need to experiment with a solution or capability and start experimenting shortly after. We can also start building our delivery support structure. This involves mobilizing the individuals needed to support each element of the end-to-end journey being prioritized. The team or teams responsible for delivery will require answers and decisions in response to dozens of questions a day to keep forward momentum. Questions and decisions regarding policy, business rules, compliance rules, current state processes, current state technology, current state data, etc. We can consider this step complete when we've identified the people and processes to respond to any question pertinent to the first two-seater plane within a day. Note this may be the most important performance management metric we can evaluate as we move into execution. At this point, we've summarized the proposed leadership and enablement action plan steps needed to put the MES modernization strategy in motion to improve Medicaid eligibility and enrollment outcomes, and begin construction on our central enterprise architecture capabilities. Next, we'll cover the execution action plan steps. At a high level, this will involve how we identify our delivery teams and engage them to start construction, and our approach for keeping alignment to the execution-oriented guiding tenets.